Stop. If you have a Lincoln Pennies in your pocket, you might be holding the luckiest coin in the world. What looks like ordinary change could actually be worth thousands, maybe even a life-changing fortune. Don't scroll past it. This little penny could make you rich. If you have a 2009 Lincoln Memorial Penny from the Special Presidency Series, you might be holding one of the luckiest coins in the world. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary penny, small, copper-colored, familiar. Most people see it and toss it in a jar or spend it without a second thought. But this is no ordinary coin. The 2009 Lincoln Memorial Penny, part of a special series celebrating Abraham Lincoln's remarkable presidency, carries a story, history, and rarity that could make it worth far more than its face value. The year 2009 was monumental. It marked the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the centennial of the Lincoln Cent itself. To celebrate, the United States Mint issued a series of special pennies, known as the Presidential $1 Coin Program, with unique designs commemorating Lincoln's presidency. Among these were the 2009 Lincoln Memorial Pennies, featuring exceptional artistry and limited mintage variations that instantly caught collectors' attention. While millions of pennies were produced for circulation, certain coins from this year hold rare characteristics, including die errors, unusual strikes, or pristine, uncirculated condition, making them extraordinarily desirable to collectors. The obverse of the coin, as always, showcases Abraham Lincoln, stoic and dignified, the same profile that has graced pennies since 1909. But the reverse is where this coin truly shines. The Lincoln Memorial, detailed in miniature, serves not just as a symbol of history, but as a canvas for tiny variations that make certain coins rare. Some coins from this series feature doubled dies, slight misalignments, or subtle minting anomalies that make them stand out in a sea of ordinary pennies. Collectors hunt for these variations with magnifying glasses, examining each coin under bright light to spot the ones that could be worth a fortune. Imagine holding this coin in your hand. On the surface, it's just a penny. But under careful inspection, there might be something extraordinary. A double die on Lincoln's profile, a tiny misalignment on the memorial, or an exceptionally sharp strike that has never seen circulation. This is what transforms an everyday coin into a collector's treasure. Experts have noted that well-preserved 2009 Lincoln Memorial pennies with rare characteristics can fetch thousands of dollars, and in exceptional cases, tens of thousands. The thought that something so small, so seemingly ordinary, could hold such immense value is what keeps collectors glued to every coin in their collection. The thrill of finding a rare 2009 Lincoln Memorial penny isn't just about the money. It's about the story. Every coin tells a tale. From the moment it was struck at the mint to the hands it has passed through over decades. Each scratch, nick, and gleam reflects its journey, connecting you to the history of the United States and the legacy of one of its most iconic presidents. The coin becomes more than currency. It becomes a piece of living history, a tangible connection to the past. Collectors are particularly drawn to coins that are uncirculated or in mint state, showing perfect detail with no signs of wear. A 2009 Lincoln Memorial penny preserved in such condition, especially one with a rare minting anomaly, is highly sought after. These coins are the ones that sell for staggering amounts, sometimes at auctions or private sales where competitive bidding drives the price sky high. And the story gets even more exciting because you never know where one might be hiding. Maybe in your pocket change, a forgotten coin album, or tucked in a drawer for years. The rarity of these coins makes them thrilling to discover. Ordinary pennies are everywhere, but a 2009 Lincoln Memorial penny with a special variation is like finding a needle in a haystack. Imagine the rush of excitement when you realize the coin you casually picked up could be worth thousands. It's this combination of history, rarity, and potential fortune that makes the 2009 Lincoln Memorial penny so fascinating. Every detail matters. The way the light reflects off the copper, the sharpness of the strike, and even the tiniest imperfection that sets it apart. Over the years, stories have emerged of ordinary people finding these pennies and being astonished at their value. Someone might stumble upon a coin in a jar of loose change, examine it, and discover a variation that makes it one of the rarest coins from 2009. It's a reminder that luck often hides in plain sight, and the next life-changing discovery could be right in your hands. So if you have a 2009 Lincoln Memorial penny, don't overlook it. Examine it closely, appreciate its history, and consider its potential. This isn't just a coin. It's a collector's gem, a piece of history, and a potential fortune all in one. A rare 2009 Lincoln Memorial penny could make you one of the luckiest people in the world. Remember, these pennies are more than pocket change. They are treasures waiting to be discovered. From humble beginnings as a coin used in everyday transactions to a rare collector's gem, the 2009 Lincoln Memorial penny embodies everything that makes coin collecting exciting: history, rarity, mystery, and the thrill of unexpected fortune. Check your collections. Look closely at the pennies you might have overlooked, and you might be holding a piece of history that could change your life. If you have this coin, you truly could be the luckiest person in the world. So there you have it. The story of the 2009 Lincoln Memorial penny, a coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but could be hiding extraordinary value. What seems like pocket change could actually be a rare treasure, a piece of history, and a potential fortune all rolled into one small coin. If you've got one of these pennies tucked away, take a closer look. You might be holding the luckiest coin in the world. Remember, every coin carries a story, a journey, and sometimes an incredible opportunity. The 2009 Lincoln Memorial penny is proof that fortune often hides in the most ordinary places. Examine your collection, dig through old jars, and check your loose change. You never know when you might stumble upon a life-changing discovery. If you enjoyed uncovering the secrets of this coin, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next amazing coin that could turn ordinary change into extraordinary treasure. Keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, sometimes the luckiest person in the world is just one coin away. If you have this coin, you could be the luckiest person in the world. Right now, sitting quietly in your pocket, wallet, or maybe tucked away in a dusty drawer, could be a piece of history worth a fortune, more than you ever imagined. The 1981 D1 cent may look like an ordinary penny at first glance. After all, it's small, copper-colored, and most people barely give it a second thought. But hidden in plain sight is a story, a rarity, and an opportunity that could make someone's jaw drop when they discover its true value. The 1981 D1 cent comes from a pivotal time in American coin history. In the early 1980s, the United States Mint was experimenting with mass production techniques, trying to meet the growing demand for coinage in circulation. The D Mint mark tells us that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, a facility with a rich history of producing billions of coins each year. Millions of pennies were minted in 1981 across the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, making most of them incredibly common. But there's a catch. Some pennies from this year have an unusual story, one that makes collectors' hearts race. At first glance, a 1981 D1 cent looks exactly like the penny in your pocket. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln, his profile solemn and dignified, the same design that has graced the penny since 1909. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, detailed in miniature, a testament to American artistry and precision. But subtle differences in the minting process, die errors, or unique striking conditions create what experts call rare variations, turning a coin worth mere cents into a collector's treasure worth thousands. Collectors are drawn to the 1981 D1 cent not just because it's old, but because some of these pennies have distinguishing characteristics that make them extraordinarily rare. Perhaps a double die error, where Lincoln's profile or the inscriptions appear to have a shadow or doubling effect. Or maybe a rare die crack that adds a jagged line across the surface, telling a story of the minting process itself. These imperfections are not flaws. They are unique fingerprints of history, making the coin a sought-after piece among numismatists around the globe. Imagine walking into a collector's show or an auction. A humble penny, almost invisible, is placed on the table. Eyes widen as experts examine it under magnification. There it is, a 1981 D1 cent with a rare error, a variation so uncommon that only a handful exist in pristine condition. Suddenly, this ordinary coin is no longer ordinary. It becomes a key to an exclusive world of collectors, a golden ticket in the form of copper and zinc. The thrill isn't just in owning the coin. It's in the discovery, in the realization that what you've held in your hand all these years could be worth a staggering amount. Many people have stumbled upon 1981 D1 cents in their spare change, only to later find out that the coin they casually used in a vending machine could fetch tens of thousands of dollars in the right collector's hands. Imagine the excitement, the disbelief, the sheer joy of realizing that something you've had for decades suddenly has the power to change your fortune. The condition of the coin plays a monumental role in its value. Numismatists grade coins based on wear, luster, and striking quality. A coin that has been carefully preserved, never circulated, and shows a sharp, clean strike could be considered mint state, the highest grade, and commands the highest price among collectors. Even a small imperfection or trace of wear can dramatically affect the value, making the hunt for a flawless 1981 D1 cent a challenge that excites collectors worldwide. It's not just about rarity, it's about the story. Each coin has traveled decades through hands, wallets, and cash registers. Each scratch, each nick, and each gleaming surface carries the silent testimony of its journey. The 1981 D1 cent may have been forgotten on a counter, lost under a pile of old bills, or kept as a souvenir in a coin album, only to emerge decades later as a symbol of luck and fortune. Over the years, these coins have gained notoriety in the collector community. Stories abound of ordinary people discovering a rare variation tucked away in a drawer and suddenly becoming part of an exclusive circle of collectors who understand its value. The thrill of finding a 1981 D1 cent in remarkable condition, possibly with a rare error, is a story repeated time and time again, and it's one that could happen to anyone, anywhere, even to you. The value of a 1981 D1 cent is astounding when it has these rare characteristics. While ordinary circulated pennies from this year might be worth mere cents, those with unique errors, exceptional condition, or specific die varieties can reach incredible sums. Experts have documented instances where collectors were able to sell such coins for as much as $80,000 or more, a staggering return for what once was considered pocket change. This is not a tale of exaggeration. It's the real magic of numismatics, the power of history, and the excitement of chance converging in a single, tiny coin. For those who dream of owning rare coins, the 1981 D1 cent represents both opportunity and mystery. It's a reminder that sometimes fortune hides in the most unsuspecting places, waiting for the curious, the patient, and the observant. Holding one of these coins connects you to a lineage of collectors, historians, and treasure seekers who understand that value is not just monetary. It's also historical, emotional, and profoundly human. So, if you have a 1981 D1 cent, hold it a little tighter today. Examine it under the light. Check for subtle variations, and consider its journey from the Denver Mint to your hands. You may be looking at one of the rarest treasures from this period, a coin that could make you the luckiest person in the world. Remember, this isn't just a penny. It's a story, a history lesson, and potentially a life-changing discovery wrapped in copper. From humble beginnings as a small piece of currency to a coveted collector's gem, the 1981 D1 cent embodies everything that makes coin collecting thrilling: rarity, mystery, history, and the tantalizing possibility of unexpected fortune. And now, as you reflect on what might be quietly waiting for you in your wallet or coin album, imagine the rush, the disbelief, and the exhilaration when you realize that what seemed like an ordinary penny is, in fact, an extraordinary treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. If you have this coin, you are indeed among the luckiest people in the world. If you have a 1999 1 cent, you might be holding one of the luckiest coins in the world. At first glance, it looks like just another penny, small, copper-colored, ordinary, and easy to overlook. But what if I told you that this seemingly simple coin could be worth more than your car, more than most people earn in a year? The 1999 1 cent isn't just a coin. It's a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered, a tiny piece of history with the potential to change someone's fortune forever. The year 1999 was a remarkable year in the history of American coinage. The United States Mint produced billions of pennies, including those from the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Most of them went unnoticed, spent in cash registers, tip jars, and vending machines. But within that massive production run, a select few pennies came out differently. Flaws in the dies, subtle doubling, or minor errors that turned ordinary coins into the stuff of collectors' dreams. The D mint mark signifies Denver, a mint with a long-standing reputation for producing high-quality coins. But even there, the tiniest misstep could create a coin that would make collectors' hearts race. The 1999 1 cent features the familiar Lincoln design, beloved by generations. Abraham Lincoln gazes stoically from the obverse, a symbol of history, resilience, and the enduring American spirit. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial in intricate detail, a testament to the artistry and precision of the mint. But the true magic lies in the variations, in the anomalies that turn a common penny into a rare gem. Some 1999 1 cents show doubled dies, faint die cracks, or misaligned strikes, unique fingerprints of the minting process that cannot be replicated. Collectors live for moments like this. The thrill of holding a coin in your hand and realizing it's more than pocket change. Imagine taking a penny out of a jar, examining it under a magnifying glass, and noticing a subtle doubling in Lincoln's profile or an unusual imperfection along the edge. Suddenly, what seemed ordinary becomes extraordinary. This is the excitement, the suspense, and the allure that drives the coin-collecting world. A 1999 1 cent with the right variation or condition can fetch incredible sums, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars, turning a simple coin into a life-changing treasure. Condition is everything. Coins are graded meticulously by experts who examine wear, luster, and strike quality. A penny that has been carefully preserved, with sharp detail and a brilliant surface, is considered mint state and is worth exponentially more than a circulated counterpart. Even the tiniest imperfection can affect value, which makes the hunt for a flawless 1999 1 cent both thrilling and challenging. Collectors obsess over these details, searching through jars of change, albums, and drawers, hoping to find that one penny that stands out. The 1999 1 cent has gained a quiet notoriety among collectors. Stories circulate of ordinary people discovering a rare variation tucked away in a forgotten coin album, only to realize it is worth a fortune. The thrill isn't just in the money. It's in the story, the journey of the coin through decades, and the connection it creates between past and present. Each scratch, each shine, and each mark tells a story of the coin's travels, a silent witness to decades of transactions, history, and human hands. You could be holding one of these pennies right now, completely unaware of its potential. Imagine the exhilaration of examining your 1999 1 cent under a magnifying glass, spotting an anomaly that sets it apart, and realizing that what you have in your hand could be valued at tens of thousands of dollars. Ordinary pennies might not impress anyone, but rare 1999 1 cents can astonish, delight, and even transform lives. The smallest coins can carry the greatest fortunes, and the 1999 1 cent is proof of that. The fascination isn't only in rarity, it's in the possibilities. A coin like this connects you to a community of collectors who understand history, precision, and chance. Owning a 1999 1 cent with a rare die error or perfect condition isn't just about money. It's about being part of a story that spans generations. It's about holding a tangible piece of history, something small yet immensely significant, and knowing that its value is recognized and revered worldwide. Experts have documented instances where rare 1999 1 cents sold for thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars. What might have been dismissed as pocket change becomes a golden opportunity. And the story is even more exciting because anyone could discover one of these coins in the most ordinary places: a jar of pennies at home, a forgotten coin collection, or even in loose change from a cash register. The next extraordinary discovery could be yours. Every 1999 1 cent carries a hidden potential, a secret waiting to be uncovered. From the subtle imperfections caused by die errors to the coins preserved in pristine condition, these pennies capture the imagination of collectors worldwide. Holding one is holding a story, a mystery, and a treasure all in one small, copper disc. And when the right coin comes into the right hands, the result is pure astonishment. The kind of astonishment that makes headlines, makes collectors celebrate, and turns ordinary people into incredibly lucky owners. So if you have a 1999 1 cent, examine it carefully. Look for doubling on Lincoln's profile, check for tiny cracks or misalignments, and appreciate its history. This penny could be more than just a token of your pocket change. It could be one of the rarest treasures from the late 20th century, a coin that makes you one of the luckiest people in the world. Remember, what seems ordinary can sometimes be extraordinary, and the 1999 1 cent is proof that fortune often hides in plain sight. From a humble penny used in daily transactions to a rare collector's gem, the 1999 1 cent embodies everything that makes coin collecting exciting: rarity, history, mystery, and the thrilling possibility of life-changing value. And as you imagine what might be quietly waiting in your wallet or coin jar, picture the excitement, disbelief, and sheer joy of discovering that your coin, once considered ordinary, is actually a treasure worth thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. If you have this coin, you truly could be the luckiest person in the world. So there you have it. The story of the 1999 1 cent, a coin that could be hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone lucky enough to discover its true value. What seems like ordinary change could actually be a rare treasure worth thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars. If you've got one of these pennies tucked away, don't take it for granted. You might just be holding the luckiest coin in the world. Remember, every coin has a story, a history, and sometimes a fortune attached to it. The 1999 1 cent is proof that small things can make the biggest impact. Check your collections, dig through your drawers, and take a closer look at what you've been carrying in your pocket. You never know when you might be holding a life-changing treasure. And if you enjoyed uncovering the secrets of this coin, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next incredible discovery that could turn your ordinary change into extraordinary fortune. Until next time, keep looking, keep collecting, and remember, sometimes the luckiest person in the world is just one coin away.